Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk today about my high school experience. And I know lots of people have done these things on YouTube before, um, but I just thought it might help people to know that they're not alone going through high school. I don't know, but I am a girl who's been to high school and graduated and keeps having dreams where I'm graduated and still in classes, and then I just leave because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm already graduated. I don't actually have to do this math, which sucks and is really hard, and I don't remember how to do it. Okay, my high school experience was pretty hellish. Um, I've never been one to have a lot of friends, at all, but I did have some in high school. They were very ugly people. Not like physically ugly, like their personalities were ugly. Face is so close to the thing. So close to the thing. My face is so close to the thing. My face is so close. So yeah, my friends were just really horrible people, and it took me 3 years to realize it. It's just took me 3 years to realize it. That's a long time. But, who knows who they are in high school anyway, right? Anyway, so my freshman year of high school, I didn't really have any friends, and I was the scene kid. I was pretty well known throughout school, um, because I had crazy hair and wore makeup really dark. Um, but yeah, that was just freshman year. It did not last very long, thank the Lord. Well, the scene thing ended freshman year, didn't begin then. I can show you some pictures if you want. Scene face, insert here. That was me freshman year. The raccoon thing, I just don't know what I was thinking. Um, yes. So I pretty much scared everyone away. I mean, that's really why I didn't have a lot of friends. So, plus I'm not very good at making real, like I'm very personable, but I'm very much a homebody, so I don't ever want to do anything. And most people want to do stuff. I don't really understand. I'd rather sit at home and watch YouTube videos all day or, go on Tumblr all day. Really. And that is a wonderful day to me. I'm trying to remember my sophomore year. I don't even remember it. I was a really awkward kid my sophomore year. Um, I had struggled with anxiety disorders, multiple. I had struggled really bad with depression and anxiety in middle school. So in high school, I was I had lost a lot of weight because I wasn't eating. Not really in a disordered mindset, but in an anxious mindset. It just made me feel sick. It was like anxiety made me feel sick, so I wouldn't want to eat. That kind of thing. So I lost a lot of weight my eighth grade year. Uh, and so my freshman year I was very thin, and then my sophomore year I'd gained a lot of weight because I had finally started eating again. My body was like, food, store it, because we haven't seen this in a long time. So I ballooned up, which is normal when you start eating again. And so I was just a very awkward kid my sophomore year. I didn't really know, what to wear. I was in between sizes. I didn't really feel comfortable in anything. I didn't really know what my style was. I felt just uncomfortable in my body. and in myself. I just, classic sophomore year. I think that's when I started becoming friends. I made my best friend in high school. Her name was Emily, and she was such a nice person. My freshman year is when I met her, and we became friends. We were both just kind of awkward, nerdy kids. And so we were good friends, and sophomore year we were still friends, obviously. And yeah, she was really nice. We were in AP English classes together. So yeah, my sophomore year I started hanging out with her more and with other people from that class. My junior year is when I first started discovering like fashion, and I discovered skirts, and I learned that I really like skirts because they hid my figure, but I also hated myself. And so that's when my eating disorder really began. Like, I have struggled with eating my whole life, but nothing compared to what it was like in my sophomore year. And that wasn't the worst of it, but it was the beginning. So I lost a bit of weight. The end of my freshman year, after your body evens out from eating a lot, and then during my sophomore year, I began to eat less and, like really worry about calories and what I was eating, what exactly I was putting into my body, you know, stuff like that. And it mostly began, I didn't really start dieting per se, but I did start noticing my body type as being wrong, which isn't true. Definitely is not true. That's just how I thought at the time. This is becoming much more personal. Oh yeah, it's about me. I just, I'm losing it today. And so my sophomore year, I got more involved in things like school plays and musicals, and I made a lot of friends that way. And I was in choir, and I made a lot of friends that way. And so I was just surrounded by more positive people, but then in those classes and in those events, but I didn't really hang out with those people. In retrospect, I really wish I would have. We might not have the same views and values now, but it would have been more healthy for me personally to have been friends with those people than the friends I was friends with, if that makes sense. So yeah. And then my junior year, that's when things went downhill fast. I honestly don't remember much of my junior year. I don't remember the beginning at all. I just remember bits and pieces of being like, and it was mostly just focused on my weight. And my girlfriend at the time, who was also struggling with an eating disorder, I just remember her being who I thought I was secretly in competition with. But yeah, junior year, it got bad. I don't even remember junior year. I actually frequently forget even what shows I did junior year. I don't even know how I did them. I don't know how I had the energy. I don't even know how. Yeah. Wait, was that my senior year I'm thinking of? Yeah, it is my senior year. Thinking of my senior year. No, I'm thinking of my junior year. Because Z wasn't in AP English my senior year. Okay, I take it all back. I take it back. Anyway, sorry. My junior year, and I was still hanging out with the people from AP classes. And by hanging out, I don't mean like going out and hanging out with them, because the only person I ever did that with was Emily. So yeah, that was my junior year, and then my senior year, everything kind of changed. Not in the way you would think. I just got lazier and realized that, school was kind of bullshit. And I was just ready to get out of public school, and I was just ready to be done being a child and ready to move on to life. But yeah, my senior year. So I'd actually begun to like kind of do stuff and not really do stuff, because let's be honest, I'm never going to really do stuff. Sometimes I think like, yeah, maybe this year I'll be social and I'll get a social life and I'll hang out with people and we'll go to shows and do stuff. And then I just realize that I can't do that every day, because I just get too anxious about life. And I don't have friends to hang out with. So there's that. Anyway, I'm sorry, I keep trailing off. I was saying things about my senior year. Yeah, and I finally started to realize that my friends were a piece of shit, halfway through the year, because they had all changed into, like, terribly self-centered, like, horrible people, and because I was still suffering from an eating disorder at the time, like, a little bit, and, like, self-esteem issues, I was, like, going along with the joke and, like, just being a horrible person with them. Like, they'd outwardly make fun of people for the stupidest things, like their weight or their appearance, but, like, I thought it was okay because we were the outcast kids, and I thought it was okay because what they were saying was funny, but that's never okay. And I used to laugh along with their jokes, and I'm not proud of it. I'm disgusted with myself for it. But so halfway through the year, I just stopped, like sitting by them at lunch, and I stopped talking to them, really. And I just had to get over them for a while, because I knew that every second I was with them, I was turning more and more into them. And I knew that wasn't me. I knew that wasn't who I was. And I'm so glad I realized it, because it's true, they turned into pieces of shit who had nothing better to do than make fun of other people. And I can't respect that, That's just a shitty thing. And I'm really ashamed that I was a part of it. Well, at first it was all in good fun, but they just kept going, and they went to such extremes. It's different when you're making fun of each other, because, like, that's how I show love. I'm like, I will kid with you. I will, like, be mean to you, but I'll make sure it's not true. It's different, when you're making fun of close friends or family. It's different than when you start to do the same thing to strangers. And I just wasn't okay with that, so I made sure they knew that. Well, I didn't, actually. I just stopped talking to them, because who needs confrontation? Plus, they were little shits, and I knew they wouldn't listen anyway. But yeah, now I'm just saying silly love things. You guys should go do that love thing, because it's great.